Welcome back to Construction Simulator in Europe. We are working through the campaigns and we're doing the hotel stage of the Prestige area. We've been working on the Prestige projects here on the left. We've done Access Row, still working on the hotel. Huge undertaking, but we are nearly there. We've got some more flooring to do. Then we're going to put the roof on this thing. And then more floor, then more floor, and then more roof. So yeah, so a lot more still to do. Hopefully we can crank through these in maybe 1 or 2 episodes and get this done. So without further ado, we are up to the point of installing these prefabricated walls. So let's get these 19 pieces of crane work installed. Hope everybody has had a great day. I've been recording a whole lot of these videos back to back. It's been really good fun. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that cool YouTube stuff. I've been really enjoying making this content for you guys, and I would love to hear your feedback. I'm just picking up anything kind of random at this point. I put the frames. I took the frames off of the truck and just put them down somewhere random. Hopefully they are kind of where they need to be. Wasn't really a plan, but it's working out so well. Like this one has worked out particularly for this area quite nicely. The bell's tolling. It's a good indication that the sun's about to go down again. We'll change the clock if that's the case. Keep the sun shining. I think it shines at maybe equivalent of 6 p.m. I'm not sure whether it's a double window, this one. It probably is way... Where is it going to be? Yeah, way down the other end. Down there, this window, the single window, I think goes by the front door in the middle. Oh, we have a skill point. I should double check that our crane speed is at max. Yeah, we just finished a level. So yeah, crane speed. And actually, we still have one more level of viscosity to get to. So I think that will be my next goal. So this is a big wall with a hole in the center. It's way down here at the end. I think I might use this opportunity to have a coffee break. Have a drink myself. I'll get the other one of those singles. What else do we have here? So something with a door. That looks like something like to do with maybe a patio or something. And back to front, but that'll do. I think these two go right in front of themselves. So yeah, those frames have kind of worked out well where I just randomly put them. We, at the end of the last episode, went and picked up more frames actually for a future stage of this. So that's why those that's why they're over there on the truck over there. It's not to do with this this stage. These are all the small ones. the swing settle down a bit. I think these ones are close to us down by the crane. Lucky last small one over there, I think, for the windows. There's two wall pieces, which I think is going to be this one left and right. And behind us as well. Yeah, I like having the frames spread out like this, because that way when you boom to the far end, you can pick up a piece that's local. So there's a lot less going backwards and forwards. So for example, I can pick this one up. And second lucky last. If I can get this in kind of accurately. Nope. And lucky number 19. I'm not sure whether it's going to make me or ask me to remove those frames before it continues the storyline. If it will. So let's jump out, run through, down the corridor. Come on, camera angle. Up the stairs, turn the frame. Number 2, number 3. Okay, let's jump out. See what happens. So, looks like we're going to need to do some concreting, so let's get the pump going again. So kind of repeat of what the previous level looked like. Very similar. That's one done. These close ones are always hard to control the boom. Two done. I'm quiet because I'm paying attention. It's quite tricky, these ones. %, 50%, it's half of them. And then this piece of elevator concrete will be probably just down to the left. That's where the other one was. I'm surprised they don't make you go collect the elevator pieces. Go to the concrete-based prefab place. Be a good example of where you could use a smaller truck to deliver it rather than a big semi-trailer. Uh, 90%, 94, and then lucky last. Come on, 98. Oh, why won't you? $100. I'm just going to move this. It's going to be in the way. The wall's there. I might just squeeze this up against the crane. Hopefully we can boom around and get it. Get my angles right. I assume what will happen is we'll have to put concrete slabs on the top of this again, and we'll fill it up with concrete again. So 6 more. I'm just going to turn that concrete mixer off since we don't need that to run for a while. So we need 6 more ceilings, so 1, 2, 3, 4 more than we've got, and 2 wood beams, which is these long ones. So the fact that we've got the red ones still means we're going to do a whole lot of wall work. They're going to want this on the inside, I'm guessing. One thing that real cranes have is a waypoint system. You can say, hey, return the crane to position XYZ in 3D space. I think that might be a good little, I don't know if you call it addition to the game, but a feature. Allow you to say, hey, return to this position. Mainly just how far the crane cable is in the air, so that way you know you're going to clear the building. I think I might, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to clear that one at the front there, like this position right now, like knowing how far to boom into the air. Let's rotate, I keep on forgetting. Is it? I can't remember what rotate is. So there's 4 there, a big pile of them there. So let's move this guy out the way. They look like tiles. And I think this one should mean that we can get to anything we need to get to now. Alright, 1. Yeah, we're going to have a whole lot of ceiling panels to put in after this. I'm just picking these ones up that are kind of near the property edge because they may glitch with a future intention, where they might want to put a roofing element or something. and you can go there. We'll get the rest off the truck. What is that keystroke? I cannot remember what that is to change the boom of the. I think it's in. Is it in help? Yeah, here. So here it is. It is. Rotate the crane. B plus left stick. Oh, there it is. That's how you do it. I knew it was the B somehow, but I was trying to use the right stick rather than the left stick. I'll grab these two because they're kind of in the way. It also means that we can drive the truck closer next time rather than have to boom as far. Lucky last. I'm glad I worked that out because it was a little bit annoying sometimes. Alright, so let's jump out. Coffee break. Soda break for me. Let's get 26 panels done. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer because it's where are we? A little bit higher to boom. So just that up down cost. But it's a good example where it'd be nice to have a preset to go back to a particular height where you get to this situation. You go preset down, and then you attach, and then go preset up to a certain height, just straight up like this. Stops at, say, here, and then you can boom. That's how they do it in the real world. They have all these presets that get them to particular points. It's quite a big hotel. It's going to be quite the landmark. And I've already done 2. Wow, that feels like forever. I don't mind craning, but I'm not a big fan of this type of large object craning. I like moving smaller things around, and things like staircases and elevator shafts and just the raw materials. When it comes to this big flat stuff, it doesn't really thrill me that much. I like doing roof framing though, like the big like A-frames. That's kind of fun. But these are just kind of boring. I wonder where this small piece goes. It's probably in the middle to do with the atrium. There's only one of those. Should we do the left pile first or the right pile first? Maybe we'll finish the right pile. 5! Well, that's not very fast progress. Oh, this goes all the way over here. Listening to the music. There's a level in the US map where you just build a stadium, like the seats for a stadium. That was quite fun. It had a lot of crane work where you were building each level of the bleachers, and so it was just probably 100 pieces of concrete that were kind of like little staircases that you fit together. And it had a lot of concrete work to do with the pillars to hold up the weight, and that was a pretty cool level. And you also got to make in a prior to unlock the stadium, you had to make the running track in front of it. So you dug it out and put down like a 400-meter running track. That was one of the more memorable things to do, just in the broader community of the US map. It wasn't one of the campaign levels, but I like that kind of cool, fun thing. There was also a BMX track level, which is kind of interesting because you have to do a lot of earth movement and then a lot of compacting of the dirt. There's a go-kart level where roughly the same deal. You have to move a lot of dirt around, but then you asphalt it rather than dirt, compact it for the BMX. I haven't done the go-kart one yet, but yeah, that's the type of thing where it's a bit more non-standard and it's kind of fun to do. When I did the US map, I actually didn't tackle the campaigns at first. I actually just did all of the jobs around town, and I did that for hours and built my money up that way. And I only started doing the campaigns, days after I started playing the game. And so you can definitely approach it two ways. You don't need to do this campaign-centric way of doing it. You can just enjoy building up the community just by doing normal houses and stuff. One of the things I didn't understand and then learned was there's contracts that just repeat themselves. So you will go back to the same address and refix a sewer pipe or something simple like that. And they're designed so that if you do get stuck somehow through some mistake in the way you spent money or something, you can always generate a little bit of cash. And it's relying on the machinery that you started with. So I suppose if you could be in a situation where you sold your original machinery and somehow lost all your money. I don't know how you'd do that. But yeah, I think those two levels are designed just to make the game more perpetual, probably. Like there's always something to do. So if you have done every level of the map, you still do have some gameplay, but they are pretty simple levels. Looking forward to the Season 1 Year Pass. That's how I decided to get the JCB pack. But the reason I got the Year Pass was just for the new campaign. There's more campaigns, I believe, on the current maps, and then there's going to be a new map. And particularly the new map I'm really excited about. So it should be fun to reset and do the whole thing over again, much like I'm doing here. I'm kind of expecting that Europe will take me maybe 120 episodes, if that. And then by the time I've done that, the map will turn up and we'll be able to transition across to that. I don't know if I'll go back and do US again. I did it on my own time without recording it. And I think there's a lot of playthroughs out there on US. One of the reasons I decided to start this channel was two reasons. A, I didn't see the Europe map being played much, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to see something different. And also, I do tend to play a lot of multiplayer with my friends. I haven't recorded any of that yet for Europe, but I definitely will get into multiplayer later on. I'm kind of waiting for my money to build up so we can afford to own 2 excavators and 2 dump trucks and stuff like that. But yeah, that is the plan, because I'm seeing very little multiplayer content out there, just in general, across YouTube. And I've talked to a couple of people about it, and it comes down to the editing takes longer, usually 2 to 3 times longer. If the channel gets bigger, there's a whole lot of royalties and copyright and monetization things to deal with, and that just kind of takes the fun out of it sometimes. But if you're a small channel like mine, and just friends are playing it, it's still doable. So we'll definitely do that. The other problem you get is, can you find multiple people who are confident to talk on camera? That's the other side of it. One of the things you do tend to see is two creators who have basically one channel each collaborate, and then you're seeing their viewpoints. I'm not really a fan of that. I'm actually more interested in a situation where multiple people are working on one video collectively. Now, I'll shout out a particular channel, Shulkercraft, in the Minecraft space. There's two of them who work on them together. And I think it works really, really well. And hopefully there's going to be more, with the more professionalization of YouTube, hopefully there'll be more people willing to commit to a multi-person style production. I mean, you look at the big boys who have dedicated editors and stuff, it's not unconceivable to work out a business model where you're running a channel that is, does have multiple people. But yeah, when it comes to multi-person editing, audio sync becomes a problem. I've noticed that myself, that even though you've got the same audio files from multiple people, the sync gets off. It moves off by 100, 200 milliseconds over time for some weird reason. So it is a bit more of a technical challenge, and then there's a bit of a financial barrier to entry because the solutions are all really expensive hardware, and then you have to be in the same room, and it gets really complex. And that's even before you consider bringing in cameras and doing that stuff. So, but I don't know. I mean, put comments below whether you think multiplayer content, it would be really fun to watch or not, and whether you think it's worthy of the investment. I mean, regardless if it's on this channel or broadly, would you like to see more multiplayer content? Now, I don't mean content, particularly I'm saying content where it's very collaborative, where it's not really a griefing thing or people stuffing around just messing each other's gameplay up. I'm talking about where you're like in this situation right now, where you could have two cranes going. You could have been using the big crane for the left pile and used a mobile crane as well at the same time, for example, or using the example of when we're doing the framing, you have the crane actively putting the pieces into place while someone else goes off with the truck and go gets the other set of frames and stuff like that. When it comes to concreting, you run two concrete mixers and two concrete pumps either end of the property, stuff like that, where you actually are getting efficiency and scale. Alright, so hopefully this will have roughly the same reach as before. Empty that, fill it up. Remember to start filling the thing. Let's do what we did before. We're at 30 minutes-ish. So I reckon this will be about 10 minutes worth. Let's see how it goes. Try to get a camera angle that makes it easy to do. I might do arcs this time. Maybe I should put that skill point into viscosity, but it was good to have crane speed as well. This is pretty viscous though, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's going pretty fast. Concrete mixer's holding up. expected to jinx myself right then. Have it empty out within seconds. Yeah, if this is multiplayer, you probably would use the ramp and put a mixer on the far side there, down the ramp. Once this mixer runs out, which is lasting forever, I'll reset the time again so we can see this a bit better. Let me out. Not fine. And with a coffee break. Yeah, so each one of those would be a rental day. Adds up pretty fast. So yeah, that's why I'm a big proponent of buying as soon as you can. Oh, coming in camera angle. Alright, squeeze this out to the end. %. We'll squeeze this out to the corner. $43. Making good progress here. This is quite the campaign level. I think it's going to be 10 episodes to complete, which is quite substantial. So I think it was like a $3 million payout for the whole thing. So I suppose we could make a formula that says roughly one episode per $200,000. Or $300,000, just to have a guess of how long it's going to take. $59. I must say though, in this one job, we've successfully skilled ourselves up a pretty long way, resolved any of our financial woes, so pretty good way of starting off, I reckon. I think the US map, the parking garage, reminds me of this. Massive dig at the start, and then layer upon layer of concrete as you make the floors for the trucks, or for the cars to park on. Very similar concept. I think the parking garage had a little bit less woodwork because it wasn't making rooms. Imagine if you had to paint the drywall, hang the drywall. The detail that you could go to in these games is quite extreme. Alright, another one. It's 84%. This should be the last truck worth of concrete. %. $91. Having to reverse all the controls in my head. 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. Yeah, it won't take much more. And... come on. More frames. Yeah, so we'll put the crane over here, jump across to this guy, tell him to be quiet, bring the truck into the picture. So I don't remember it or not, but we went and got the frames already at the end of the last episode. We'll grab these and put them up. Yeah, I think it's quite... I don't know why it took me so long to realise that it's way more efficient to pull the frames as a whole unit up high up into the property and then do a lot less booming internally than continually tracking all the way down to the truck and getting them. Makes a lot more sense. The only downside is you will have to... we have lots of windows, which is kind of here. Yes, it makes a lot more sense to bring them up to where they need to be delivered. So what do we have on this one? We have lots of what is that? Single walls. Where is that for? I think this is going to be at the far end here. I've said it before, but that view looks fantastic. Right, let's go get the last of the prefabricated walls. And that is it. $12 loads, so that's a fair few for a single job. There's still a lot of material in that truck. There's still a lot more involved in this campaign level for sure. I think this is going to be the stuff that's over here. So I'll put these down here. And the last frame. This looks like a lot of the stuff that goes here at the front, so I'm going to put this over here. Alright, let's jump out. Hello. Walk upstairs. Down the corridor. The staircase is like a reverse on itself. That's one, that's two. Nice one. We jump the gap. Yes. So I think we'll quickly do some of these for end of the episode, and then we'll probably shut it down for the day. Yeah, I know I'm kind of harping on it, but bringing the frames so that they're closer to the job site, it makes it so much easier. Yeah, I don't know why I was always taking him off the track. Right, what else do we have here? So I think this is the front wall. Right here. I was just thinking about multiplayer games then as I was doing this. SnowRunner. SnowRunner came out, what, a year or so ago? Really good example of a game that really lights up with multiplayer. It is relatively frustrating game single player because it's so easy to get stuck and to flip, but if you're doing a mission with multiple people, you can recover a lot easy. You can share, like one person can take responsibility for maintenance and fuel. Really good example of a game that has multiplayer as its crux, and it's kind of a simulator game. I would put it in the same genre. That doesn't go there. Does it go at the front here? But that's the type of thing I'm thinking of, where collaboration between people in the game really pays off well. Making good progress here. That's number 9. Nearly halfway there. Where's this one go? Maybe at the back. Alright, there's back 2. We might be able to do this before nightfall. Talk about nightfall. There's the bell that tolls about 6 PM. I haven't actually ever counted the bells. I think it only strikes like 4 times, so maybe it's only 4 o'clock. Where are you? Okay, it's at the side here. There's another one of those things just here. Is this the ones that go at the back? So this is way down the other end. 15, 4 to go. I think all the layers have had the same pieces each time. I don't think the design changed at all. Three, 4 bells, 5, 6, 7. So maybe it does strike the time. So it's 7. Let's see what happens next time. See if we get an 8 out of it. It makes sense why you hear the bell so often now. I thought it was just once at 6 PM, but if it's every hour, that makes a lot more sense. We'll park the crane probably over here on the left, out of the way. Rather than trying to go through the corridor, I'm going to see if I can get to the front door. Yeah, it's way easier to get upstairs. Let's return these frames. So what we're doing is have a look at the job. So we are... Alright, elevator shaft, concrete columns again. And then... yeah, fair bit more to go still. Do a jump over. Just going to jump into the crane so we can see what happens. Alright, concrete action again. Since the crane's right here, that was kind of fortuitous, we'll do the elevator. Yeah, these are elevator well pieces. I'm surprised we don't go pick them up in hard. Go pick them up from some shop. So we can rotate this and just make this the way it would be in real life. Done. Let's move this crane out of the way. Alright, so let's get some concrete flowing. It's full enough, I guess. Hopefully we can boom across. I don't know if the yeah, it should work. I was wondering if the flap at the back was open or not. I'm just going to let it get a little bit dark. I want to see if the church chimes 8 times next time. Well, I counted 8 times. So it looks like sunset's at 8 p.m. Which is about right for most of the year. Right, 90-something%, last one. Alright. Another player level. Wood beam ceiling components. So we'll park this kind of down and low out of the way. Before we go too far, skill points. It's gotta be viscosity, I think. Yeah. And then we'll probably work on bucket capacity next. So yeah, now that the church is told 8, we'd say that's the end of the day. We'll just do a bit of craning, I think, and we'll call that the end of the day, because we're now on to, whoops, don't get jammed up. So what do we have to do? So wood beams, which is underneath everything, I think. So let's get a nice angle here. I am going to move this truck because we can get way closer. And try to make it somewhere where it shouldn't complain about trying to expand that stuff into other things. Right, so I think the wood beams we need are going to be underneath this. So we'll just quickly move this on top of its counterpart. Or if it wants to go there, it can go there. Just going to quickly jump across this guy and make him be quiet. I think this is going to probably be the same as before and have to be in the middle here somewhere. What am I getting wrong here? We'll grab this one that's, yeah, single bell toll then, yeah, 1 o'clock. So it does seem to be on the hour. That's good to know. Starting to use that B and left stick on the controller to do some rotation. Alright, and then 6 concrete packs, which I think is going to be this big pile at the back, and that should be the end of the concreting, or at least the making of concrete panels. Number 2. Number 3. I'm guessing we're going to have like 19 to 20 or 30, whatever it was, panels to place. Pretty sure we'll do that next time, not today. This truck might just be in the way. One to go. Yeah, I'm glad I worked out that rotation keystroke because it was making it a little bit complex. Yeah, it's going to be in the way. Of course it's going to be in the way. Let's put this on the track, make it so we can move it out of the way. Oops. I might put these back on the truck. And lucky last. Actually, our other truck's in the way as well. Alright, let's move these guys out of the way. This might be a bit tight. Yeah, it was a bit tight. And surprise, surprise, a big pile of panels. I'm pretty sure actually I can probably put this truck in storage. I don't think we're going to need it. Oh, it maybe needs it for some roofing truss stuff. But we are going to call it a day there. As always, like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff for YouTube algorithm. And thanks for watching. It's fun to make these episodes, and it's fun to share them and talk about them with other people. So we will see you next time. And once again, thanks for watching.